Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to be one of the best wall players you can be. So you ever see just like people in public lobbies or competitive lobbies and they're just running on the walls, running on the slip walls, doing crazy things? Well, in this video, we'll go over how you can do all of that, how you can do your wall control, Lucio run, vertical, wall running, wall climbing, all the basics. So something important when it comes to learning walls is what refresh rate your headset's on, or also known as hertz. Now, you can be on many hertz, 60, 72, 90 hertz, and 120. But for this video, I'm going to be using 72 hertz as is the most default hertz for most headsets like Quest 2s, Quest 3s. It's the hertz most headsets run on. So over here on this wall is where we're going to be doing all the wall running. So to start off with the basics like wall climbing, what I'd recommend is that you start with your hand almost like in a triangle and you look up. So when you're wall climbing, you're going to put your hand like this, one hand on this wall, and you're going to almost bounce up, and you're going to keep doing that triangle while looking up. And as you can see, that's how wall climbing would be. So you just remember to keep your hand in that triangle and just look up. And you're like pulling up, almost in a motion, but you're always keeping your hand in that triangle. So when you pull up from this hand, you're landing on each hand, going like almost side to side. Now to start off with one of the other basics for walls be a normal wall run. So when you're wall running on the wall, you want to keep your hand like this, an angle, and you're kind of just pulling backwards and pulling forward. And you can do this with both hands. You're almost pushing down, like you're having your hand at an angle, pushing down and up. Just down and up. So you're just pushing down and up with your hand like this the whole time. Just down and up. And make sure to do it in like a forward motion. A lot of mistakes you can do when trying to wall run is you can do something like this, which is a lot harder and you'll be less consistent. Just try not to do big swings down, just a nice straight and back when you're wall running. A little other thing you could do is like instead of like the circle walls like you see most tutorials, just remember to do that straight and back. So this is called a Lucio run. Essentially with a Lucio run, what you want to do is you're using this hand to pull you up and this hand to pull you forward. So it'd be like this. You're doing almost a circle with this hand, so this way you go up. With this hand, you're just pulling forward. You're doing like circles forward. So essentially, it'll look like this. So make sure you're doing that motion, as if you do one wrong or you do it backwards, it could look weird. And it's the motion for both hands. So if you're left-handed, you just do it left-handed. So make sure you're using this hand to pull you up, almost like in a circle, and this hand to pull you forward in like a circle. Now this is called a vert, or a vertical. This is essentially where you're just going straight up the wall, or going like up in a way. You're just going up straight with one hand. So pretty much for a vertical, what you want to do is when you're on the wall, you want to have your hand like this, and just hit downwards. Almost like you're doing half circles, you're just hitting downwards, like this. So essentially, you just want to go on this part of the wall and just hit up and down. And you vert up right up the wall. That's essentially the best way to do it. You're just doing like these half circles, but you're also making sure to push down so you can go all the way up straight. Now, for something called wall control, essentially the best way to control your walls, or like juke out the monkeys, would be just like doing things like bouncing back and forth, like this. You're controlling your walls, bouncing back and forth. Now, another thing that you could do is cutback. So you're turning around. You're doing like a half spin with your body and turning around to control yourself on the walls. And you can do this essentially on both slip walls, and you can do the cutback on slip walls. So you'd go, and then you can just work to a slip slap right there. So now for slippery walls, which is a thing most people want to learn. So when you want to go on the slippery walls, what you want to do is you're essentially doing like a wall run and a vert, but you're doing like bigger circles. So it'd look like you were hitting the wall harder. You're hitting more downwards, and you are hitting harder every hit. Something a lot of people want to know is slip slap. So a slip slap is where you're going up the slippery wall and you are hitting off the red part. So you are going like that to go forward. So when you're doing a slip slap, essentially with the hand that you're not going up with. So if I'm going up with my left hand, once I'm right here on this part with the red wall, I'm gonna just hit the red wall. That's the easiest way to explain it. You just hit the red wall once you are up there, and you will go farther out. Now let's talk your speed on the walls. So if you want to go super fast on the walls and probably faster, I'd recommend almost looking into the wall and like having your hand in the camera, and you're just doing like quick like wall run just straight, and you're doing it fast with your hand near your body, and you're looking into the wall and just trying to go as fast as you can with your hand. So just make sure you're doing that little like motion and you're looking straight into the wall, almost like you're kissing the wall, you could imagine. So you're like kissing the wall, basically. That's what you're imagining. Essentially, that is my tutorial on walls and how you can do all the wall skills and how those walls can help you get out of many situations. For example, if you're last in the lobby or there's a tagger just chasing you. I also have a video on how you can DC branch, so if you've not gone see that, go and see it. Thank you for watching.